Alright, welcome back. I want to do a quick video on how I use Google Classroom and what it looks like from my end. I love Google Classroom and it allows me to do a lot of the things that I've wanted to do for a long time. Now this works well for 7th grade. I'm not sure how it would work in different grades, but I'll show you kind of what it looks like. Currently I have these two classes are my main classes, and I want to talk about some of the benefits of the things that I really like and a couple of the things that I am frustrated with, but I think overall it is the best for sure. So I have two classes, my 7th grade AM and my 7th grade PM, and they're basically mirror images of each other, except for some things are nice to sort just to reduce my paperwork. So how this works is you have basically three little sections: your stream, your students, and your about. And the bread and the butter here is the stream. These are the assignments that I put on. Think of it like your Facebook stream or some kind of social media, and it has all the things posted from your teacher and the order that you get them, which is key, and it is really cool to see all the stuff in there. So for example, you can see most recently I assigned that I want my students to get to Khan Academy 50%, and I set the due date as February 15th. Now, that is kind of an odder one. I don't typically write assignments like this, but let me show you a assignment that is very common, that is kind of the most common thing that I put in. I'm going to make 4.17. It's a chapter from my textbook, and I'm going to make a video about it, and I'm going to attach the video in here, and then I'm also going to put the pages from my digital textbook also attached, so that when a student is working on this, they can literally work on it from the classroom, they can work on it from home, they can even work on it from a phone, and they can get to all of these things. Because my theory is that the more ways that I can get them to have access to these things, the more likely they are to complete them. Let me show you how I would go about posting a video or a assignment like this. You just go down here and make click an assignment. And this is going to ask what classes do you want to put it into. I typically put it in both of my classes, and I'm going to put a test assignment. Now I'm not actually going to post this, because I found out a couple days ago that if I post like a joke assignment or something like this, it will actually send an alert to all the students in my class. And Esteban and Daniel were very concerned when I started doing that, so I'm not going to play with them anymore. So my test assignment, I can put some instructions if I want, and I usually just write take the notes, do the work, and turn it in. I can set my due date to be whatever date that I want, and if I choose a topic for it, it makes it much easier for the students to find it as I'm posting it. And then I'm going to put my video in, and when I go to put my video in, I can choose my URL, and I can go to my YouTube channel, find exactly the video that I'm looking for, which say I want to link in 4.17, got my video, copy my URL right here, go back and paste it right in here. So now I can put that exact video that I was just using, and I can attach it to my assignment, so my students will be right there. I also want to put the folder that I put in, or the PDF that I made. And to do that, I just slice my big, huge, giant PDF document into sectional pieces, so that instead of getting a 1,200-page behemoth, they can just get the piece that I want. Now, I've already made these, and if you're interested in how I make my PDF documents, I can show you that another time. But let me just search through and see if I can find the document that I want. Yeah, this is the one that I use, and I just attach it. And then if I go to open it, I can see, oh, it's giant. I was not expecting it to be so big. And I can probably turn the pages. Oh, it's just showing me a example between the two. I've never actually looked at it that way. Oh, sorry. Well, once it's posted, I can look at it. And then I just push assign, and I can even assign for later, which was really nice when I was absent. I could post them to be assigned at the beginning of class on days I was not here. But when students go in and look at it, oh, come on. Well, it worked earlier. I'm not sure why it's not working now. One of the things that you'll definitely notice when you start doing this stuff is that sometimes, oh, I bet it's because I'm signed in as the teacher. I don't think it's going to look the same as when I'm signed in. Oh, no, see, it works on this one. So this is what it's supposed to look like. And it shows the chapter, and at the end I have my little review questions that students can do. And it's really nice because if they if they want to read it instead, which some do, they can always access it in that way. Okay, so great. It's assigned. Awesome. How do I actually check, or what do I do to see that students are doing it, and what does it look like for them? Well, they can go up to the upper left up here, and they can go onto their calendar. And this is really cool because it shows you what's due when, and it lets you know what things you've turned in and what things you haven't turned in. It'll say done or not done if you're on the student account. Now mine doesn't say that because it's all the assignments that are given, but if I had something due, it would also show up in this area. And a lot of the students really enjoy this because it's basically like an automatically filled assignment notebook, and it lets students know what they're up to and what they haven't done. If I go back to my classes, my AM. So that's really cool. Another thing that's really interesting, let me show you how the topics work really fast. If I just wanted to look, for example, at the resources, which is typically like the answer keys, I can just click on my resources. If I'm just interested in doing science, I can see my science assignments with my little videos that I've put, and surveys to ask students questions. Like, I guess I only have one of those. They're very easy to look through that way. I wanted to show one more thing. Oh, when students turn something in, I can go and say, oh, I have 15 done and 14 not done. This is going to show me the students that have it done and the students that have not. Oh, it's because I clicked on the done. I can't scroll down to see the not done. Well, what they do is the students just take a picture of their work. Now, this is hit or miss because sometimes it's easy for me to read it. I can see Charlotte's. It's a little, I can see, and if I were to zoom in, I could check real quick, but I can definitely see that this is Charlotte's handwriting, and that's definitely Charlotte sitting right there. So I know that it was done. Now I can see that Cooper looks like he's done a much more clear picture. Oh, so nice. I can see exactly what he's done. Now he didn't quite do the assignment as I asked because they're supposed to be simplifying based on the distributive property, but I can see that he did it, and I definitely know that it's in his homework. And this way I can go through and check, and the students can also check and say, oh, I thought I did that. I think I lost it. Well, did you take a picture of it or did you not take a picture of it? Because that's the easiest way to see what's done and what's not done. And I really like that style of turning things in. That's pretty much all that I wanted to share about Google Classroom. I'm going to make another video about how I do my quizzes if you're interested in the little self-fillable quizzes. And that's all that I've got. Thanks. Hope that was helpful.